Last week, we had a first, when both our contestants managed to defeat their 100 opponents. Between them, Finn and Christina won over £100,000. This week, will anyone else manage to defeat the 100 and maintain that winning streak? Welcome to 1 versus 100.
It's Saturday night. Welcome to the National Lottery 1 vs 100 arena from the toughest quiz show on television with your host, Dermot O'Leary.
Thank you very much. Hey, good evening and welcome to 1 vs 100, a show where one contestant takes on 100 opponents, each of whom is worth £1,000. Now, keep answering questions correctly and they could win some serious cash. But, as we always say, we're not just throwing the money away. Get one question wrong and they're out. There were no money whatsoever and someone else from the 100 will take their place. So, everyone here wants to play. Who's going to be the first one to take on the 100 tonight? Let's find out. You're the one. Please come and join me in the arena.
The first one to take on the 100 is Gary Burns. Born and bred in Glasgow, Gary's a computer whiz who says his strongest subjects are science and food. A bit of a softy at heart, his ultimate dream is to hold a lion cub. But remember, Gary, the 100 opponents will have their claws out for you.
Hi, Gary.
Nice to meet you, Dermot.
Nice to meet you. How are you? You're right.
Very well, yes.
Excellent. How are you feeling?
Very nervous indeed. There was no one more shocked than I was when that light came on me.
Now, if Gary was to win a lot of money, he'd either like to hold a lion cub, which I understand, or work in Argos for the day.
Yes.
You don't need to win any money to work in Argos for the day, presumably.
I don't know why that is. I never got the opportunity. I'd quite like to do it. Cracking.
I understand. OK,
Yeah.
best of luck, Gary. You are the one, they are the 100. Here is how it works. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You, of course, are going to answer, and the 100 are also going to answer. Every time you get a question right, each member of the 100 that gets it wrong is eliminated. You get £1,000 per person. Your aim is to keep going, obviously, until every single last one of them is out. If you do that, you walk away with all the money you've made, plus £50,000 for beating the 100. But, and this is the important bit, get just one question wrong, and you walk out the door with absolutely nothing, OK? Now, the only thing that's going to help you, apart from your own skill, determination and nerve, is that you can dodge up to 3 questions if you don't know the answer, all right?
OK.
Happy?
Yep.
Brilliant. Viewers with digital, satellite or Freeview can play along at home by pressing the red button, so good luck to you. Gary, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Lovely stuff. 100, are you ready to play? Yes! OK, let's play 1 versus 100. OK, Gary, let's take a look at your first 2 categories. Got celebrities or history for you?
I think I might go with history on this one.
OK, let's take a look at your question. We'll go to history, please. In which ocean was the ship Mary Celeste found mysteriously abandoned in 1872? A, the Atlantic, B, the Indian, or C, the Pacific? Members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting, please. First question, so if you get this wrong, Gary, you're out, all right? Any ideas?
It's not the Pacific, that's for sure.
How do you know that?
I'm sure it was a European ship, the Mary Celeste. I'm going to go for answer A, Atlantic.
Gary's gone with A, the Atlantic. Let's see if A is the right answer. Well done. Let's see how many members of the 100 got the answer wrong. Great start. 46 got it wrong, OK? So you're kicking off with £46,000. It's you versus 54. Well done. Let's take a look at your next 2 categories. We've got television, words and language.
Well, the decision's already made for me. Words and language is not my forte at all. So it would have to be television.
OK, let's take a look at your question. We're going with television, please. Which actress played Linda LaHughes in the TV comedy Gimme, Gimme, Gimme? A. Kathy Burke, B. Pauline Quirke, or C. Leslie Sharp? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting.
It's not Pauline Quirke. Kathy Burke. I can see the actress in my mind's eye, but I can't think of who she is, whether it's Kathy Burke or Leslie Sharp.
OK, well, you've got 46,000 in the bank now, so you have your 2 weapons at your disposal. Firstly, you can play a double, which means any money you receive from knocking out opponents will, of course, be double. The second weapon at your disposal is your dodge. You've got 3 of them. If you play a dodge, you won't have to give me an answer, but the remaining members of the 100 will. But the price of survival is this. I have to slash the winnings you have already in half, OK?
Yeah.
You will, however, most importantly, still stay in the game, which is the obvious thing.
I think in this case I have to play the dodge because I'm not 100% sure.
Gary's going to play one of his dodges. He now has 2 dodges left. We have to slash his prize fund down to £23,000. What would you have gone for out of the 2?
Kathy Burke.
Which you would have gone with Kathy Burke as a guess. Let's see if Kathy Burke would have been the right answer. Never mind.
Oh, boy.
OK, so let's see how many of the remaining members of the 100 got the answer wrong. Only 4 got it wrong. Total after the dodge is 23,000. It's you versus 50. All played. Halfway there. Let's take a look at the next 2 categories. OK, we've got natural world or sport.
2 subjects I'm happy with. Out of the both, it would have to be sport. Yeah.
Sport it is. Let's take a look at the question. In which sport is there a manoeuvre known as an Eskimo roll? A. Canoeing, B. Gymnastics, or C. The high jump? Remaining members of the 100, you've got 6 seconds and counting.
95% I know the answer to this one. The question is, do my colleagues know the answer to this one? I'm going to go for answer A, the canoeing.
OK. Gary's gone for A, canoeing. Let's take a look at the answer. All right. Well done, Gary. Let's see how many of your opponents got the answer wrong. OK, only 5 got it wrong. Still £5,000 we add to your total, which is now £28,000. It's you versus 45. Well done. Over halfway there. How you doing?
Still pretty nervous, but not half as much as I was when I walked through that door.
OK, 1 versus 45. Let's take a look at your next 2 categories. We have entertainment or literature, Gary.
Well, there's one of my weak subjects on the right there. It's literature. No way, no.
Entertainment it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. Anna Leon Owens is the principal female character in which musical? A. Annie Get Your Gun, B. The King and I, C. Singing in the Rain. Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting.
Annie Get Your Gun, possibly. The King and I know Annie was the name of the lady in that. Singing in the Rain, I have no idea what the female lead was in that. So I'm looking at a guess here. And I couldn't say with any truth that I know the answer to this one, but the king and I's coming forward. But with 2 dodges to risk it. And Lee and Owens. No, I'm torn between the two. Dermot, I'm going to have to take another dodge in this.
Gary's going to play second dodgy now. Has 1 dodge left, which slashes prize fund to £14,000. What would you have guessed?
Well, I went for the king and I.
OK.
Yeah.
Would have guessed B, the king and I. Let's see if the king and I was the right answer. OK, never mind. Let's see how many of your remaining opponents got the answer wrong. OK, I can tell you 13 got it wrong, so your total after dodge is £14,000. It's now you versus 32. Well done. Let's take a look at the next 2 categories, Gary. Fashion or pop music?
Has to be pop music. Fashion I know little or nothing about.
Let's take a look at the question, please. With what does the Irish rock band U2 share its name? A, a German motorway, B, a Russian submarine, C, a US spy plane. Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. You seem happy.
Yeah, I'm happy with this one, yeah.
How come?
I know the answer to this one.
What do you think it is?
It's a US spy plane. Question is, do I play my double? I'm looking at the people and the faces. I think these people may know that answer, but I might have to play my double now because it's probably the best chance I'm going to get.
Why are you so confident?
Just I know that one was shot down over Russia in the 60s.
OK, so what do you want to do?
I'll play my double.
OK.
And it's answer C, the US spy plane.
Gary has gone with C, a US spy plane. He's elected to play his double. Let's see if C, a US spy plane, is the right answer. Well done, good work, Gary. OK, let's see how many members of the 100 got that answer wrong. I tell you, 11 got it wrong. So that's 11,000 double, 22,000. Your new total, which is very handy, is £36,000. It's you versus 21. Well done. Let's take a look at your next 2 categories. We've got cities or the bonus dodge. I'm sure you know this by now, but you've knocked out over 75 of your opponents, which means you get the chance to earn an extra dodge. Get the question wrong, and you are out, and one of the remaining members of the 100 will take your place, OK?
OK. Do I risk it or do I not? 21 people. I'm going to go for cities.
Cities it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. In which US city was the first skyscraper built? A, Chicago, B, New York, or C, Washington, D.C.? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. What do you think?
Well, it's not Washington, D.C. There are very few skyscrapers in that city. It's either New York or Chicago. I'm thinking New York with the Empire State Building and all the other buildings that go with it, the Rockefeller Center and places like that. And it was the first city that was there before Chicago was. Well, I'm not prepared to take a dodge in this one.
No?
No. 70 or 80% sure it's New York, but it could very well be Chicago. But the first skyscraper would have been built in New York to house all the administration and things like that of America as it was growing. It was the biggest city and still is, so I'm thinking New York.
OK.
Yeah.
Go in New York?
We'll go with New York.
On course to win £107,000 at the moment. One dodge at your disposal. 36 grand in the bank. Get this wrong, you walk away with nothing. Can you go B, New York?
Yep.
Let's see what the correct answer is. Gary, I'm sorry, that is the wrong answer. It's actually Chicago. Sorry, Gary. First skyscraper built was a home insurance building in 1885. We're going to have to say goodbye. So, thank you.
Thanks, Dennis. Thank you.
Bye-bye. So, sadly, Gary wasn't able to pick the 100. Let's see how many people got that last question wrong. OK, 5 got it wrong, which means 16 are left, and we'll choose a new one to take on the 100 after we've been live to National Lottery HQ for the first of tonight's lottery draws, which are Thunderball and Dream Number. See you soon. Thank you very much. Back here, unfortunately, we have to say bye-bye to Gary. But 16 of the 100 remain. So, who will be the next one to take on the 100? Let us find out. Hello, sir. You are the one. Please come and join me in the arena.
The one to take on the 100 is Martin Oram. Martin is from Pontyclean in South Wales. He's a self-confessed trivia fiend and has stacks of trivia books at home. Will his mastery of trivia help him defeat the 100? Let's find out.
Hey, this is Martin. Hello, Martin.
Very bad. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How you doing?
Not so bad now. Not so bad now.
How are the questions for you? OK.
They're not too bad. A couple of guesses, but some that I knew, which was quite handy to have.
If you win big, what would you like to do today?
I'd like to go down under. I'd go to New Zealand and watch rugby the way it's supposed to be played. And that's very difficult to say, being a Welshman, I'd tell you.
But, you're from the Rhondda Valley, is that right?
I am indeed, yes.
OK, so and sport's the passion, yeah? Rugby and cricket?
Absolutely love it. That's cricket, rugby, football, the lot.
Cool, OK. So, best of luck, all right? Here's the situation. I'm sure you know it. You are the one, they are the 100 opponents. You've seen how it works. Ready to play?
Ready.
100 ready to play? Yes! Good luck to you all. Let's play 1 versus 100. OK, Martin, let's take a look at your first 2 categories. Dance or food and drink?
I don't know nothing at all about food and drink. Mind you, I'll know less about dancing. It's got to be food and drink, Dermot.
OK. Food and drink it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. Which nut is used to make marzipan? A, almond, B, pistachio, or C, the walnut? Members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. Which nut is used to make marzipan? A, the almond, B, the pistachio, or C, the walnut?
I know they use walnuts in, like, the Waldorf salad. Pistachio, it's like a little green nut with a shell, I think, isn't it? But I'm going to run with A, almond, Dermot.
OK, Martin's going to go with A, almond. Let's see if almond is the correct answer. Well done. That's almost like the first question. Let's see how many of the 100 got the answer wrong. 6 got it wrong. So, your total, £6,000. It's you versus 94. Well done. OK, next two categories, please. Entertainment or the human body?
Yeah, let me try human body then, please.
OK, human body it is. Let's take a look at the question. Which two colours are most commonly confused in colour blindness? A, red and blue, B, red and green, or C, red and yellow? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting, please. OK, Martin, you've got those two weapons at your disposal, the double and the dodge. Which two colours are most commonly confused in colour blindness? Know the answer?
I'm reaching right back now into the memory banks because my dad is colourblind. See, the one that's coming to me is red and green.
Why so?
I seem to remember talking to Dad about it many, many years ago. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for the double then.
Sure?
Yeah, let's try the double.
OK. Which two colours are most commonly confused in colour blindness? Martin's gone with B, red and green. Let's see if B, red and green, is the correct answer. OK, you went for B. B was the correct answer. You played your double. See how many of the remaining members of the 100 got the answer wrong. 21 got it wrong, OK? £21,000, which we doubled to £42,000. Your new total is £48,000. It's you versus 73. Well done. Quarter of the way there, hey?
Not too bad so far.
bad.
Not too bad.
Next two categories, please. Actors and actresses or Britain?
I'm not a great traveller, to be honest with you. No, let's have a go with actors and actresses, please, Dermot.
Actors and actresses, it is. Let's
Yeah.
take a look at the question, please. Which actress played the authoress Beatrix Potter in the 2006 film Miss Potter? A, Cate Blanchett, B, Gwyneth Paltrow, or C, Renée Zellweger? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. Any ideas?
Can I play my double again?
You feel good about this one, do you?
For a change, aye. It's probably one of the only ones so far that I know for a fact.
OK, go for it.
It's C, Renée Zellweger.
OK. We're going with C, Renée Zellweger. Seems super confident. Let's have a look at the right answer. That was nice, that.
That was OK, that
Straight
one.
off the bat, wasn't it?
That wasn't too bad, was it?
Lovely. OK. Let's see how many remaining members of the 100 got the answer wrong. Oh, Martin, you devil. 27 got it wrong. It's £27,000 we add to your total, which is now £75,000. It's you versus 46. Well done. OK, Martin, at the moment, you're on course to win £171,000 if you carry on going the way you're going. A lot of money. You did all right?
Until you just said that, that was fine.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's take a look at the next two categories. Fictional characters or pop music?
But it's not what I know right now, is it? It's what they probably would know up there as well. Would they know more about pop music and fictional characters? There's a fairly good age spread up there as well. Fictional characters.
Fictional characters it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. In the TV spoof Acorn Antiques, what was the first name of Julie Walters' character, Mrs. Overall? A. Boadicea, B. Cleopatra, or C. Pocahontas? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting.
Well, I used to watch it. I thought it was a brilliant characterisation. She was superb. Julie Walters is brilliant anyway. But I don't know the answer. Boadicea overall, Cleopatra overall. No, but it's got to be the dodge, I'm sorry.
OK. Martin is going to take one of his 3 dodges. He now has 2 dodges left. Slash his prize fund to £37,500. If you were to have guessed, what would you have gone for?
Probably go for Cleopatra.
Went for B, Cleopatra. So far, Martin has beaten 54 of his opponents and now has £37,500 in the bank. It's a lot of money. He still has 46 opponents remaining. Can he hold his nerve and take home in excess of £130,000? We'll find out after we go live to National Lottery HQ for tonight's final draw, which is Lotto. See you soon. Hope you won. Back here, here's the situation. Martin at the moment is on 1 versus 46. The question he had before the lottery was, in the TV spoof Acorn Antiques, what was the first name of Julie Walters' character, Mrs. Overall? He wasn't entirely sure, so he took one of his dodges. He guessed at the answer, B, Cleopatra. Let's see what the correct answer is. Well done.
I'll have some of that.
See how many people got that question wrong. Hey, that's not bad at all. 19 got it wrong, OK? So, your total after the dodge is a very respectable £37,500. It's you versus 27. Well played.
Thank you.
OK, next 2 categories, Martin. Celebrities or science?
I'm going to go for science.
Fair enough. Science it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. In total, how many men have walked on the moon? A12, B15, or C18? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. Any ideas?
My instinct is saying 12.
How come?
Because of the 3 that go up, they only ever land 2 on the moon. So that will rule 15 out. And if using that process of elimination, 18 would be 9 moonshots, would be 9 sort of Apollo missions, because it was only the Apollo missions, I believe, that actually did it. Apollo 11 was the first one. Apollo 12. Apollo 13 bombed out. 11, 12, 14. 17 was the last one. 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Dodge.
In total, how many men have walked on the moon? Martin's elected to dodge this question, which means we halve his prize fund down to £18,750. He now has 1 dodge left. You would have gone for A.
Yeah. I don't want it to be A, but...
Of course, we definitely don't want it to be A. Let's see if A is the right answer. Don't worry, mate. You're still in the game, all right? let's see how many members of the 100 got that question wrong. OK, that's not bad at all. 12 got it wrong. OK, your total after your dodge is 18,750. It's now you versus 15. Well done. Let's take a look at the next two categories, please. OK, we've got films or the bonus dodge. But you've knocked out over 75 of your opponents, which means you now qualify for the bonus dodge question. If you get the question wrong, you are out, my friend,
yes,
OK?
Of course, yeah.
One of the remaining members will take your place.
No, I'm going to go with films, because I've got that last dodge, and I'll trust my instinct to try and perhaps have enough knowledge to answer one of the next questions that comes up. So I'll go with films for now, please.
OK, no problem. Films it is. Let's take a look at the question, please. Which boy band features in the 2006 Lindsay Lohan film Just My Luck? A, Blue, B, Busted, C, McFly. Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting. Any ideas?
Not a clue. Not a clue. No, I'm going to have to pay the last dodge.
Dodge?
Yeah, sorry, mate.
OK. Martin is going to play his final dodge. Still in the game. We slash his prize fund to £9,375. Would have gone for?
I probably would have plumped for McFly.
Would have guessed at McFly. Let's see if McFly is the right answer. Let's see how many remaining members of the 100 got that question wrong. I can tell you only one of them got it wrong. Bad luck. OK, it's now you versus 14. Next two categories, please. Fashion or history?
Right. History, please.
OK. Take a look at the question, please. In which century did the legendary US frontiersman Wyatt Earp die? A, the 18th, B, the 19th, or C, the 20th? Remaining members of the 100, you have 6 seconds and counting.
You're not going to believe this.
Do you know the answer?
But I was reading up about 3 weeks ago about Wyatt Earp. He died in 1920-something or other, I think, somewhere around that, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm going to go with the 20th century, please.
In which century did the legendary US frontiersman Wyatt Earp die? Let's see if C, the 20th century, is the right answer. Martin, spot on. 1929.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see how many remaining members of the 100 got the answer wrong. 10 got it wrong, which is £10,000. Your new total is £19,375. It's you versus 4. Well played. That sound means we are out of time this week. So, Martin, you'll have to continue your game next week. OK? Thank you so much, Mike. Pick it up, Martin. Thank you. If you fancy experiencing being the one, check out the 1 versus 100 webgame, bbc.co.uk/1 versus 100. See you next week, Matt.